Alright. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the 3-week conference for civil works, November 13, 2024. So before we start, we ask to once again, good morning, and I ask my group to read the attendance.
Unfortunately, today we have about data market projects
Thank you, April. And since the Bids and Awards Committee are in quorum, so I declare this 3-week conference for civil works, November 13, 2024. Okay. So, I ask for the planning design section to discuss the scope of work of the project. Good morning, Honorable Sir. Today's first project, we have 25KK0034 or the construction of protection dike, Umagos CIP Lagonglong Misamis Oriental. For the scope of work, we have construction of a 157.2 linear meter protection dike, which includes individual removal of trees, clearing and grubbing, structure excavation, embankment, reinforcing steel, structural concrete, grouted riprap, gabions, and hand-laid rock embankment. As for the appropriation, we have 15 million pesos and an approved budget cost of 14,700,000 pesos. The duration of 133 calendar days. Next. So as for the location, it is located at Umagos. So mali ang munisipyo ang agianan is kani. Diri na to siya agian straight. Hantod makabot sa Tanzania, which is located sa Umagos River. So next. So Moni, as we can see sa picture, Moni ang Tanzania, which is Moni ang zoomed out nga picture. So ang aning green is Moni ang ato ang propose nga flood control. So next. Moni ang mga geotag photos taken during the validation. Next. Muna ang atong kanang profile na ataw 1.5 meter nga freeboard and muna ang mga existing elevation sa water level river bank and minimum river channel profile. Next. So muna ang atong project with respect sa mga lot, nagtraverse siya sa lot 1954 kay muna ang pud ni ang existing na to nga river karon. So next. Muna ang ato ang typical section which was provided by NIA. No? So we have a 1.5 meter crest, natay gabions, and natay 2.5 by 0.5 meter nga cut-off wall. So ang ato ang cross-section nag-consist sa structural concrete and sa likod natay grouted riprap and lean concrete. So next. Next. Muna ang mga following specific bill of quantities. For provision of field office for the engineer, we have 4.43 months. Project bill per signboard to easation, demobilization, one lump sum, individual removal of trees, 301 to 500 mm diameter, we have 31. Clearing and grabbing, we have 2,358 square meters. Structure excavation, common soil, we have 1,857.72 cubic meters. Embankment from roadway, structure excavation, 278.66 cubic meters. Reinforcing steel, grade 40, 22,768.75 kilograms. Steel, 3,000 PSI, 568.28 cubic meters. For the gravity prop class A, we have 292.08 cubic meters. For the gabions, 1 meter by 1 meter by 2 meters metallic coated, we have 157.2 cubic meters. And lastly, for the hand-laid rock embankment, we have 1,824.14 cubic meters. So that would be all for Umagos CIP Lagonglong construction of protection deck.
Thank you, Engineer Alvar. So we proceed for the next project.
Hello, good morning everyone. So for today's second project, I'll present to you a project with a contract ID of 25KK0028 or construction of flood control structure downstream Lunao Bridge, Gingoog City, Misamis Oriental. Next please. So this is the location map of our project, which is located at Barangay Lunao, Gingoog City, Misamis Oriental. So on this project, we have two segments. So we have segment 1 and segment 2. Please. So for segment 1, we have a total length of 187 meters, and for segment 2, we have 37 meters, and which is all in all, we have a total length of 331 meters. Appropriation is 100 million, approved budget cost of 96,500,000 pesos. Project duration is 287 calendar days. Please. So this is the typical structure of our cross section of our typical structure. So we have a sheet pile we have a sheet pile which is 12 meters. Next please. So these are the items together with its quantity. So we have provision of field office for engineers, project bill for their signboard, occupational safety and health, mobilization, demobilization. We have clearing, grabbing, structure excavation of common soil, embankment from roadway, structure excavation, reinforcing steel, deform grade 40, structural concrete 3,000 PSI, lean concrete, concrete slope protection, stone masonry, hand-laid rock embankment, and we have structural sheet piles, furnished and driven. So that would be all.
Thank you, Engineer Gingoog. So before we proceed with the documents checklist, may I ask if there's any questions from our YouTube viewers? So none. So since there's no question, we proceed for the checklist of the financial and technical. And as well as this side.
Wala pa tayong pagsiyari o visual service.
Okay, noted. Thank you.
There is a mechanism of these. First, technical component envelope. Class A, legal documents. Letter A, valid, Belgium's registration certificate, platinum membership, all pages in accordance with section 8.5.2 of the IRR. Public certificate of registration and membership. All bidders shall approve and maintain in projects current and updated of the following class A eligibility documents included under sections 23.1 and 24.1. 1. Registration certificate. 2. Neighbors business permits or its equivalent document. 3. Tax payments. 4. Pickup license and registration. And number 5. Audit financial statements. Section 8.5.2 of the IRR. For the purpose of updating certificate of certification and membership, all class A eligibility documents mentioned in the section supporting the veracity, authenticity, and validity of the certificate shall be current and updated. The failure of the prospective bidder to update its certificate with the current and updated class A eligibility documents shall result in the automatic suspension of the validity of its certificate until such time that all of the expired class A eligibility documents is being updated. For the technical documents, letter B, statement that the prospective bidder of all its non-government and private contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started, if any, whether similar or not similar in nature and can speak to the contract to the bid. Letter C, statement of the bidder's single largest completed contract similar to the contract to the bid, except under conditions provided under the rules. Letter D, special pickup license in case of joint ventures and registration for the type and the cost of the contract to the bid. Letter D, original copy of bid security, if in the form of a surety bond, submit also a certification issued by the Insurance Commission or original copy of notarized bid security declaration. The single largest completed contract. The SLCC completed should be similar to the contract to the bid, or has the same major categories of work. The SLCC's value should be at least 50% of ABC to the bid, upon adjustment to current prices, using the PSA consumer price indices. Contractors under small A and small B categories without similar experience in the contract may participate if the cost of the contract to the bid is not more than the allowable range of contract costs of their registration. For the bid security purpose, to guarantee that the successful bidder shall, within 10 calendar days from receipt of the notice of award, enter into contract with the PE and furnish the performance security required. Form of bid security. Letter A, cash for a year's manager's check. The amount is 2% of ABC. Bank guarantee draft or a revocable letter of credit issued by a universal or commercial bank. The amount is 2% of ABC. Letter C, security bank callable or bank demand company certification from Insurance Commission. The amount is 5% of ABC. Letter E, bid security declaration. No percentage required. Only one form of bid security is required to be submitted. Bidders have the option to choose their preferred form of bid security. Letter F, project requirements, which shall include the following. A, organizational chart for the contract to be bid. B, list of contractors' key persons. Example, project manager, project engineers, materials engineers, and foremen to be assigned to the contract to be bid with their complete qualification and experience data. List of contractors' major equipment units which are owned, leased, and or under purchase agreements, supported by proof of ownership or certification of availability of the equipment. Plus remember, creation of the project as the contractors' key persons. The contractor is required by proofs of ownership and other supporting documents for equipment owned, lease agreements for equipment to be leased, and or under purchase agreements supported the certificate of availability of equipment from the equipment master vendor for the duration of the projects. Proofs of ownership and other supporting documents for equipment pledged must specify and indicate the model year, capacity, performance, size, plate count, motor number, body number, chassis serial number, engine serial number, specific location. Contractors minimum materials testing. Please refer to Department Order 11 series of 2017 for the minimum material testing equipment. DPWH Procurement Manual Volume 2 Infrastructure Main Guidelines specifically requires the strength of the materials testing equipment as stated in clause 5.6.2.8. Technical proposal and clause 5.6.2.8.4.c. Project requirements used to inform DPWH just INFR-15. These are contractors' major construction and laboratory equipment units to be assigned to the contract supported by certifications of availability. Letter G, a regional duly signed Umagos sworn statements and if applicable, a regional notarized secretary certificate in case of a corporation, partnership, or cooperative, or a regional special power of attorney, or all members of the joint venture with full power and authority to its officer to sign the OSS and new tax to represent the leader. For the financial documents, letter H, the respective bidders' computation of net financial contracting capacity. Class D, letter I, if applicable, duly signed joint venture agreement in accordance with Republic Act number 4566 and its IRR in case the joint venture is already in existence. For duly notarized statements from all potential joint venture partners stating that we will continue to and abide by the provisions of the GDA in the instant bid is successful. For the financial component envelope, the regional duly signed and accomplished financial bid for and other documentary requirements under Republic Act number 9184. The regional of duly signed bid prices in the bill of quantities. Duly accomplished detailed estimates form, including a summary sheet indicating the unit prices of construction materials, labor rates, and equipment rentals used in coming up with the bill. Cash flow by quarter. For the detailed estimates, accordance to Department Order 197 series of 2016, the following items shall be subjected to OCM and profit markup. 1. Mobilization and demobilization. 2. Provision of service vehicle. And 3. Permits and clearances. Accordance to Department Order 107 series of 2016, the following non-civil works items shall not be subjected to OCM markup. Build, laboratory office, and living quarters with rental lease, furnishing of furniture, laboratory equipment, survey equipment, and consumables, assistance to ingredients, programs, health and safety, traffic management, environmental compliance, communication equipment, etc. For the submission and receipt of bids, bid submission may be done manually or electronically online. However, bidders should only select one mode of submission, either manual or electronic. The address for receipt of bids submitted manually is back entrance room, 3rd floor, DPWH Misamis Barangay 26, Gingoog City, Misamis Oriental. For electronic submission, electronic bids underscore Misamis Oriental 1 at DPWH.gov.ph. For the bid value list, the financial component of bids of each past bid shall be evaluated using non-discretionary criteria, including arithmetical corrections for computational errors, and thus determine the correct total calculated bid process. The back shall automatically disqualify a total calculated bid price which exceeds the ABC. The following factors are to be considered in the evaluation of the bid prices. Completeness. No price in the required item non-compliant. indicating a zero or dash free to the DOT. All prices are deemed to include all taxes. Bids not addressing or providing all of the required items in the bidding documents, including or applicable DOT, shall be considered non-responsive. Arithmetical corrections. Bid prices in figures versus words. Words prevail. Total price versus unit price per item. Unit price per item prevails. Total price versus actual sum of included items. Actual sum prevails. Unit cost in detailed estimate versus unit cost in DOT. DOT prevails. For the full qualification, verification about legal requirements, licenses, certificates, permits, non-inclusion in blacklist, technical requirements, key personnel, minimum work experience requirements should be satisfied, availability and commitment of major construction equipment and materials, laboratory equipment, performance in ongoing government and private contracts, negative slippage of at least 15% in any project or a negative slippage of at least 10% in each of 2 or more contracts. Failure of the contractor to commence repair works and ongoing contracts within 7 calendar days and to complete them within 30 calendar days after receipt of the procuring entity's notice of defects and deficiencies. Failure of the contractor to commence repair works and contracts with pending certificates of acceptance within 30 calendar days and complete them with 90 days after receipt of the procuring entity's notice of defects and failures. Technical requirements. Standard quality of work as per contract plans and specifications, or in satisfactory performance of the contractor's obligations as per contract terms and conditions at the time of its inspection. Financial requirements, bid price proposal, NFCC. For the contract award, the contract shall be awarded to the bidder whose bid has been determined to be the lowest calculated and responsive bid, as a result of the detailed evaluation and post-qualification conducted. The successful bidder shall be notified with the issuance of notice of award within the bid validity period and must be confirmed if the successful bidder is writing within 10 days upon receipt thereof in accordance with section 37.2.2 of the 2016 revised RRR of the Republic of 9184. The common reasons in the failure of submission of bids. Failure to submit original copy of the surety bond certified by the Insurance Commission indicating the name of project, the procuring entity, and name of contractor. Shorter bid validity and bid security validity period. Overlapping of pledged equipment needed to key technical personnel. Failure to indicate the validity of bid in the bid form. Late submission of bids. Failure to submit supporting documents. Example, certification of availability of equipment from the equipment lessor vendor for the duration of the project. If the equipment pledge is released for chase. Negative slippage in the ongoing projects, negative 15% or more, or negative 10% in each of the 2 or more ongoing projects. Unsatisfactory CPP's grade. Common errors in submission of bids. Incomplete pages of bid documents, technical and financial. Authority of the signatory to sign on behalf of the bidder. Single proprietor, signatory should be the owner, proprietor only. Corporation, cooperative, board secretary's certificate, and board resolution. Joint venture resolution agreement, partnership, as indicated in the articles of partnership. That's all. Thank you. First, services as per Department Order number 17 series of 2015. Next slide. 59.1. In addition to the provisions of rules 21 and 22 of this IRR, the whole subject to the authority delegated to the DAP, if any, shall impose on bidders or prospective bidders the administrative penalty of suspension for 1 year for the first offense and suspension of 2 years for the second offense from participating in the competitive bidding process as well as disqualification from further participating in competitive bidding being undertaken by the procuring entity concerned were applicable for the following violations. All other acts that attempt to defeat the purpose of competitive bidding, such as habitually withdrawing from bidding, submitting late bids, or patently insufficient bid for at least 3 times within the year except for valid reasons. Rights violation. 1. A bidder that had purchased bidding documents but subsequently withdrawn from the bidding or submitted a letter of non-registration or did not submit the bid with a valid cost as determined by the bids and awards committee concerned. A bidder submitting insufficient, defective documents such as insufficient bid securities and other deficiencies. A bidder submitting a late bid without a valid cost as determined by the applicant concerned. Other acts that attempt to defeat the purpose of bidding public bidding as determined by the concerned act, provided by these acts have been indicated or discussed in the instructions to bidders, bid bulletins, plans, minutes of previous conference, or other similar instruments. Rights violations. A bidder that had purchased bidding documents but subsequently withdrawn from bidding or submitted another one participation or did not submit a bid with a valid cost as determined with the bids and awards committee concerned. Valid reason. Upon computation, its price bid was determined with a valid bids or bids to be supplied are no longer available in the market. A bidder submitting a late bid with a valid cost as determined with the applicant concerned. Valid reason. Should enforce measure and preventive restrictions. A bidder submitting insufficient and effective documents such as insufficient bid securities. Number 1. Bid security not in the name of the bidder. Number 2. Insufficient amount in validity period. Number 3. Not issued in the name of the clearing entity. Submission of not valid filters. The bidder, the prospective bidder will submit a disclosure certificate with the current dated plus 8 eligibility documents. Example, letter and financial documents. Valid reason not accepted. Bidder will submit mandatory forms. Price schedule, bid form, authorized bid securing declaration, authorized only the sworn statement. Other required forms will be complete aside from the bid securing declaration. Statement the bidder of all its ongoing procurement and private contracts, including contracts for warranties but not yet started. Statement of the bidder's SLCC similar to the contract of the bid. Owner's certificate of acceptance for CPE's rating accompanying the statement of the bidder's SLCC. Bidder's computation of NFCC or limited line of credit for goods. Notarized joint venture agreement or notarized statements as to forming JV for goods, certification as to reciprocity to foreign bidders for goods, special legal license for joint venture for infrastructure, and cash flow for infrastructure. Valid reasons not acceptable. For CSC, failure to submit the following certificate of employment, contract agreement, certificate of date. Valid reasons not acceptable. Submission of the following required forms as indicated in the 6th edition of the 13 bidding documents without the name, legal pass, and signature of the bidder authorized representative. Number 1, bid 4. Number 2, personal schedules. Number 3, bid security declaration. Number 4, omnibus sworn statement. And number 5, GPA. Valid reasons not acceptable. Nomination of three personnel to be provided as per the point of the bidding document. Failure to submit proof of ownership, lease, purchase agreement of potential agreement, valid reason not applicable. Failure to submit certification of key personnel or company series 2012. Valid reason not applicable. Failure to comply with the required number of key personnel and equipment. Valid reason not applicable. Participating in the bidding but not related business type as indicated in the mayor's permit for goods. Valid reasons not applicable.
activities. So these are the scheduled procurement activities for the presented projects. So portions are the leading activity documents, including buying or payment of from leading documents. The deadline will be on November 27, 2025 until 8:30 a.m. So hard copies are available at procurement network by DPWH Misamis. And these reading documents can be downloaded from DPWH website and PhilJobs website. And for those who completes or drafting of reading documents, deadline will also be on November 27, 2025 until 10 a.m. And for the schedule of the opening of bids, it will be on November 27, 2025 at 10 a.m. immediately after the submission of bids. And for the required category of work, so for contract ID 25KK0028, the required category of work is FCSPS, for flood control constructions, low protection using structural measures, example, deployment retaining structures, and environment. So same as 25KK0025, the required category of work is FCSPS. Additional information for contractors key personnel. So the contractors key personnel are following project manager with 5 years general experience and 5 years relevant experience. So attach valid and updated government issued IDs with 3 signatures. Next, one project engineer with 5 years general experience and 3 years relevant experience. So he or she must be a DPWH accredited project engineer. So attach valid and updated PRC license ID and project engineer certificate with 3 signatures. Next, one materials engineer with 5 years general experience and 3 years relevant experience. And that materials engineer should be a DPWH accredited materials engineer. And attach valid and updated PRC license ID and materials engineer certificate with 3 signatures. Next, one foreman with 5 years general experience and 3 years relevant experience. Attach valid and updated government issued IDs with 3 signatures. Next, one safety officer with 5 years general experience and 3 years relevant experience. Attach certificate of training issued by the link and attach valid and updated government issued IDs with 3 signatures. And last one, health personnel, full-time, and certified first aider. Attach certificate of training and attach valid and updated government issued IDs with 3 signatures. So total of the personnel is 6. And the other personnel should be included by user code and the organizational chart. This is a sample of the technical and financial documents to be submitted. So the bid and supporting documents should be held and properly done. So with Mr. Chair, thank you.
Hello. Thank you, Ma'am April. And since we don't have any more topic or agenda to be discussed, so before we adjourn, may I ask if there's any questions from our YouTube viewers? None. So since there's no more questions and no more agenda to be discussed, well, and so any motion for the adjournment of this pre-bid conference?
I move for the adjournment of this pre-bid conference civil works dated November 13, 2024. To be adjourned.
Since it was moved and seconded, I declare this pre-bid conference for civil work November 13, 2024 adjourned. So thank you everyone. Good morning and God bless us all.